guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angel and I live with schizophrenia, borderline personality disorder, ADHD, anxiety, and I also live with PTSD. And I hate this makeup. There, okay, that's better. No more distractions. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so today I'd like to talk about a term called borderline schizophrenia and what that is. So the term borderline schizophrenia does not refer to an established diagnosis in the diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, so the DSM-5. It is sometimes used, however, to refer an individual who meets some but not all criterion of schizophrenia, or you can refer somebody to parallel symptoms of borderline personality disorder and schizophrenia. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is the borderline and the schizophrenia coexisting together. So first I'm going to give you guys some symptoms again of the schizophrenia, and then I will give you a different one on the borderline personality disorder and how they go together. So it says 2 or more of the following symptoms are present for a significant portion of time during a 1-month period in order to have schizophrenia. So delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech, grossly disorganized or catatonic behavior, negative symptoms like diminished emotional expression. Level of functioning in work, interpersonal connection, or self-care is impaired by the symptoms for a significant portion of time. Change in functioning is significant compared to a previous level of functioning. Continuous signs of disturbance for a 6-month period. This period can include at least 1 month of active symptoms followed by residual periods or periods marked by negative symptoms. This is another one. Schizoaffective disorder and depressive or bipolar disorder with psychotic features have been ruled out. The disturbance is not attributed to drug use or another medical condition. If there is history of autism spectrum disorder or a childhood communication disorder, a diagnosis of schizophrenia is only made if there are prominent delusions or hallucinations. Not so sure I like my makeup today, guys, but it's okay. Okay, so those are those. So schizophrenia and borderline personality disorder. Schizophrenia and BPD can share symptoms. One study found that both patients with schizophrenia and patients with BPD experience hearing voices. The difference between the two being that paranoid delusions occurred less than one-third of patients with BPD compared to 2/3 in schizophrenia. The study also found that auditory hallucinations are common in both populations. According to the results in this study, schizophrenia and borderline frequently coexist. Accurate diagnosis of either or both conditions plays an important role in establishing an effective treatment plan. Okay, so it's really, really important, and I stress this a lot in all my videos, even though I do not like my psychiatrist and I do not like taking meds. I still do. People do notice a huge difference, I guess, when I take my meds versus when I don't, especially with the borderline, I think. So given the comorbidity between schizophrenia and borderline, it can be useful to understand the symptoms of BPD as well. BPD includes a pervasive pattern of instability of interpersonal relationships, self-image, and it affects marked impulsivity beginning in early adulthood, as indicated by at least 5 or more of the following symptoms. So, number 1 is frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. A stable Okay. A pattern of unstable and intense relationships characterized by alternating extremes of idealization and devaluation. So in case you guys don't know what that is, idolization and devaluation is putting somebody up on a pedestal and being like, I love you so much, you're so great, you can do nothing wrong in my eyes. I love you and I'll always love you and this is how it's going to be until that person does one thing and the pedestal comes crashing down and you're going, I can't stand you, I hate you, why did you do this to me? I can't believe this is happening, I don't like you anymore at all. So that's what that is. Identity disturbance characterized by persistently unstable self-image or sense of self. I made a video just earlier about going through a little bit of an identity crisis with my borderline. So check that out. Actually, I'll put it in the little bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah. Impulsivity in at least two areas that are self-damaging: spending, sex, substance abuse, reckless driving, binge eating, you know, all that fun stuff. Just kidding, it's not fun. Affective instability due to reactivity of mood. Ooh. Intense episodic dysphoria, irritability, or anxiety. Chronic feelings of emptiness, inappropriate, intense anger, or difficulty controlling anger. Yes. Oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how hard it is for me to control the anger that comes out. It is bad, and it's hurt people before. And now that I'm 25, almost 26, I do find that it is getting a little bit more manageable, but I need stability. I need to just be in a good spot and not with a bunch of people coming in. Like when I lived in a trap house, oh my God, I was so angry all the time. I hated every second of living in it. So, yeah. Inappropriate, yeah, we did that. Transient, stress-related paranoid ideation or severe dissociative symptoms. Star key here. During periods of extreme stress, paranoid ideation or dissociative symptoms can occur. While these symptoms are generally insufficient to require an additional diagnosis, they can parallel some active symptoms of schizophrenia. So, like they said, borderline and schizophrenia are very different diagnoses, but they can coexist. So while BPD is characterized by a pattern of instability in interpersonal relationships, schizophrenia is characterized by a range of cognitive, behavioral, and emotional dysfunctions. If you or someone you know are described as having borderline schizophrenia, it can point to mild symptoms, unclear symptoms, or a combination of symptoms. The best thing you can do, go to a professional, please. And find the best treatment plan that works for you to understand your symptoms. A second opinion or follow-up visit to ask specific questions is always a good idea. Okay? So, that is my beautiful topic on the life of borderline schizophrenia. Well, kind of anyway. I just wanted to add in a little bit of my own experiences with this. I hear voices constantly, and I know I've said this a lot in my videos, but for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm gonna just clean. See, I'm getting that word shit again. Word salad. So, yeah, that's what they're talking about, though. And it's always a good idea to go to a professional, and it's always good to take your medications. So, take your meds, and I will see you soon. Okay? Bye.